A story about what? Like so many other great stories, this story begins with the sun shining through your window. You wake up after a glorious night of binge watching your favorite Netflix TV shows and waking up whenever you wanted to. After all, your bag's already pre-packed and you know you may get a call because there's so much opportunity. You are living the dream. You are a captain for Part 121 air carrier in the United States, and it's likely they're going to need you because you are in high demand. You being the captain that you are, the pilot that you are, your mind has totally shifted. Your mind is on the airport. As a matter of fact, it's like you're already in the airport in your own mind, really and truly. You are weighing the scales of opportunity and time. You recognize time is an irreplaceable resource and you are squeezing as much into your schedule as you can.
The more money you make, the more problems you get. And jealousy and envy is something that comes with the territory, man.
Your regular pay rate is $110 per hour, with an incentive pay being offered of 300%. That's $330 per hour for 34 hours of extra work in total, equivalent to roughly under 2 weeks of work squeezed into some days you could have been off enjoying your time. That's 11,220 smackaroonies, and your mentor is not pleased. Anyways, you talk to your friends and you all are of one accord. Everybody's on the same page. You all agree. You guys are actually competing. Who can make the most money? You're picking up a lot of extra time. He and his friends call themselves the Money Team, baby. TMT. You being a pilot, you're a type A individual. It's almost like it's written in your DNA. But you're also a human, and humans have their frailties. They get worn out physiologically, psychologically, emotionally. You have things to deal with, you have other responsibilities, but this is the life. Is this the life? Yeah, this is what we signed up for. So, the trip begins, the flight begins. You make your way to the aircraft, you're ready to go. You're a little bit pumped up because you know what you're going to make. But guess what? You are meeting the FO, and he is the stereotypical pilot. Not in a good way. He's living up to all the negative stereotypes, of which I will not elaborate. But you know what? It's okay. You kind of let those things go. Or should you have? As the flight continues on, you had a few legs. You're not as sharp as you normally are. Your stick and rudder scales aren't quite as sharp as polished. A little bit high on some of your approaches, little unstable. Add to that, you're working with an FO that's trying to do checklists from memory and seems to be out to prove himself. On subsequent legs, you end up in a situation. As a matter of fact, you start to smell fumes, but you can't determine where the smell is coming from. You look at all of your systems, you check to see if there's any indication that there is some sort of failure. Additionally, you speak with the flight attendant immediately so that you can determine and ascertain whether or not the situation is improving or if it's getting worse in the back, in the middle of the aircraft, and throughout the entire thing. After a bit of communicating back and forth and giving it a little time, you determined that the smell was slowly decreasing. You spoke with maintenance and had to make that hard decision to decide to continue on. Ultimately, upon landing, you discover directly from the maintenance lead that the FO side grounding wire for the window heating system was completely burned out, but not enough to trigger a warning from the smoke detection system. That being said, all things considered, what are your thoughts? What is this story actually about? What lessons can be extracted from this story? Should the pilot continue or should the pilot call out? How do you think the story actually ended?
Great is your mercy towards me. Your loving kindness towards me.